The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence presents one of the most complex regulatory challenges of our time. Every day brings news of AI systems achieving unprecedented capabilities, from generating human-like text and images to making critical decisions in healthcare and finance. Yet this technological revolution is unfolding in a regulatory environment that was largely designed for a pre-AI world. Our previous discussion explored the ethical dimensions of AI development, examining how we might build systems that embody human values and promote fairness. Today, we confront the practical challenge of turning these ethical principles into effective governance frameworks. How do we create regulatory systems that can keep pace with rapidly evolving technology while ensuring adequate protections for individuals and society? Consider the complexity of this challenge. We're attempting to regulate a technology that is simultaneously global in scope, rapidly evolving in capability, and often opaque in its decision-making processes. This isn't just about writing new rules, it's about reimagining how regulation itself works in an age of algorithmic decision-making. The fundamental challenges of AI regulation. The task of regulating AI systems presents several unique challenges that distinguish it from traditional regulatory efforts. Understanding these challenges is crucial for developing effective governance frameworks. First, we face the challenge of rapid technological change. AI capabilities are advancing at an unprecedented pace, with new breakthroughs occurring almost weekly. Traditional regulatory approaches, which often take years to develop and implement, risk becoming obsolete before they even take effect. How do we create regulatory frameworks that can adapt as quickly as the technology they govern? The technical complexity of AI systems presents another fundamental challenge. Many modern AI systems, particularly deep learning models, operate as black boxes. Their decision-making processes are often opaque even to their creators. This opacity makes it difficult to verify compliance with regulations or assess potential risks. Traditional regulatory approaches, which often rely on clear cause and effect relationships, may be inadequate for systems whose behaviors emerge from complex statistical patterns. The dual-use nature of AI technology creates additional regulatory complexities. The same underlying technologies that power beneficial applications in healthcare and scientific research could potentially be repurposed for harmful uses. How do we regulate access to these technologies without stifling innovation in beneficial applications? The global nature of AI development poses perhaps the greatest challenge to effective regulation. AI research and development occur across national boundaries, with researchers and companies collaborating globally. Data flows across borders, and AI systems deployed in one jurisdiction can affect individuals in others. This global interconnectedness makes it difficult to enforce regulations within traditional territorial boundaries. Regulatory models and approaches. Given these challenges, various regulatory models have emerged, each with its own advantages and limitations. Self-regulation. The self-regulatory model relies on the AI industry to develop and enforce its own standards and best practices. This approach has several potential advantages: flexibility to adapt quickly to technological changes, deep technical expertise in understanding AI systems, reduced regulatory burden on innovation, ability to respond rapidly to emerging issues. However, self-regulation also has significant limitations. Potential conflicts between profit motives and public interest, lack of enforcement mechanisms, limited accountability to the public, risk of inadequate protection for individual rights. Co-regulation. Co-regulation represents a middle ground between pure self-regulation and traditional government regulation. This model involves collaboration between industry and government in developing and enforcing standards. The co-regulatory approach offers several benefits: combines industry expertise with government oversight, more flexible than pure government regulation, maintains public accountability, can adapt more quickly than traditional regulation. Key elements of successful co-regulation include Clear framework for industry-government cooperation mechanisms for stakeholder input, transparent decision-making processes, regular review and updating of standards. Government regulation. Traditional government regulation remains essential for certain aspects of AI governance, particularly in high-risk applications. Effective government regulation of AI requires clear regulatory objectives and standards, technical expertise within regulatory agencies, enforcement mechanisms, international coordination. Risk-based approaches. Risk-based regulatory frameworks adjust oversight based on the potential harm of different AI applications. This approach typically involves categorizing AI systems by risk level, tailoring regulatory requirements to risk categories, regular assessment and updating of risk classifications, clear criteria for risk assessment. International cooperation and harmonization. The global nature of AI development necessitates international cooperation in governance. Several key areas require coordinated action. Standards harmonization. International standards harmonization is crucial for ensuring interoperability of AI systems, facilitating international trade, preventing regulatory arbitrage, promoting consistent safety and ethical standards. Data governance. International cooperation on data governance must address cross-border data flows, data privacy protection, data quality standards, access and sharing frameworks. Security cooperation. International security cooperation should focus on preventing malicious use of AI, protecting critical infrastructure, sharing threat information, coordinating response to AI-related incidents. Ethical framework alignment. International dialogue on ethical frameworks should address common principles for AI development, shared understanding of acceptable uses, mechanisms for addressing conflicts. Cultural sensitivity in implementation. Stakeholder roles and responsibilities. Effective AI governance requires active participation from multiple stakeholders, each with distinct roles and responsibilities. Government responsibilities, establishing regulatory frameworks, enforcing compliance, investing in research and development, promoting international cooperation, protecting public interests. Industry responsibilities, implementing ethical guidelines, ensuring transparency and accountability, investing in safety and security, engaging with regulators and stakeholders, sharing best practices. Civil society responsibilities, advocating for public interests, monitoring AI development and deployment, contributing to policy discussions, raising awareness of issues and concerns, representing diverse perspectives. Individual responsibilities, understanding AI impacts, protecting personal data, engaging in public discourse, making informed choices, reporting concerns and issues. Implementation strategies. Effective implementation of AI governance requires careful attention to several key elements. Regulatory design, clear objectives and scope, flexible and adaptable frameworks, evidence-based standards, regular review and updates, stakeholder consultation processes. Enforcement mechanisms, clear compliance requirements, effective monitoring systems, appropriate penalties for violations, appeal and review processes. International coordination. Capacity building, technical expertise development, resource allocation, international cooperation, stakeholder education, infrastructure development. Looking forward, the evolution of AI governance. As we look to the future, several key trends and challenges will shape the evolution of AI governance. Emerging challenges, increasingly sophisticated AI capabilities, new applications and use cases, evolving security threats, changing public expectations, technological convergence. Future needs, more adaptive regulatory frameworks, enhanced international cooperation, improved technical tools for oversight, greater public engagement, stronger enforcement mechanisms. Opportunities, AI-enabled regulatory tools, enhanced international collaboration, improved understanding of impacts, better stakeholder engagement, more effective enforcement methods. As we conclude our examination of AI governance and look ahead to our discussion of AI's impact on democratic institutions, we must remember that effective governance of AI technology is fundamental to ensuring its benefits are realized while its risks are appropriately managed. The challenge before us is not just technical or regulatory, it's about shaping the development of a technology that will profoundly influence human society. Success requires sustained commitment to international cooperation, ethical principles, and the public interest. Through thoughtful governance frameworks and collaborative effort, We can help ensure that AI development serves the common good while promoting innovation and progress.